Hello, this is Unlimited Splash, where I draft too many colors and try to get away with it. Today, I'm still on a trip, still in a hotel room, but I am still being a little bit quiet on a pretty limited setup here in the hotel. But I'm so excited to cube, finally. It's been a long wait that I'm just jumping right into it. So let's do some vintage cube. Okay, we got a table so fast, which is what I love. All right, what are we looking at here? Honestly, a pretty weak pack one. Just going along the cards, I really want this land deck to be good. I feel like it really was not good last time, but they have put in a bunch of Earthbend cards, and so I have hopes for it, but I don't necessarily think it's proven itself yet in the few cube games that I've gotten to play. The whole top row is not particularly good. I remember there was this like Lurgoyf deck that was pretty sweet in the last version of the cube, but I'm not sure that we're going to jump on that immediately. We have some good lands in the middle row. I don't necessarily think Abandoned Air Temple is going to be all that good, and I also have some trouble playing green in the cube. I found it to be difficult to figure out exactly what you're trying to do in cube. Most likely to just take this Triome, but looking at the bottom row here, I'm curious how Hymta Torak is going to be. It's just such a nasty card, but I feel like it's very high variance. And the Mishra's Bauble is nice in Artifacts deck, and Chain Lightning and Snuff Out both occupy a very important place in the cube. I guess Portable Hole to some extent too, which is cheap interaction. You really cannot get enough cheap interaction in the cube, so any pick in this area, I think especially Snuff Out or Chain Lightning, would be perfectly respectable as a pick one, but I'm just going to go with the Triome. It's a little bit below what you would really hope to get in a pick one, but that's where we're at. Okay, Caracass is an amazing card. This is a top card in the format. It just has absolutely so many applications. You can sometimes bounce your own legends for value, but also it completely shuts down some of the best cards in the format, like Minskin Boo. You can bounce Boo and just totally take care of it. Having said that, I actually wonder if I do just take Mana Vault. I probably do take Mana Vault over Caracass pack 2 with absolutely no other direction. Cheap mana just has so many applications in the cube. I mean, Mana Vault is just so amazing. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a fantastic card too. Inti happened to be in an amazing deck last time around, so those are two other cards that I'm looking at. And I'm hoping that they made Channel a little bit better in this iteration of the cube. It didn't really have anything to do last time. Same with Unburial Rites. I mean, this is probably never going to be an amazing card, but the Reanimator deck was just not that great last time, and I really feel like it would be a more healthy cube if it were at least a little bit better. But having said all of that, I'm just going to snap up a Mana Vault. It's close for me between Mana Vault and Caracass, but I'm just going to take Mana Vault. I think you really cannot go wrong with a Mana Vault. Pick 3. Wow, I mean, these have been honestly some pretty weak packs. I remember being surprised. I thought that Crabomination would be terrible, and then I think it was better than I was expecting. Nova Hellkite is like a pretty nice payoff too. I mean, the Warp makes this one a little bit better, but I'm between two cards here. Fire Covenant, I think, is where I'm at. This card is just nasty. This card is just nasty. This can be like a 5-for-1 or something if you line it up correctly. So Fire Covenant is awesome. I also think Infernal Grasp is really good. Again, just cheap interaction is always good in cube. I mean, Commercial District maybe would be a reasonable pick in this situation, but I think I'm just going to take Fire Covenant. Oh yeah, and Path to Exile is also cheap interaction, but the downside is so severe. It is so severe on the Path to Exile, giving them a basic. A downside of Fire Covenant is that it is a 2-color card, specifically would go in black-red, but, we can only do so much. You have to take the good cards. Okay, there's a pet card for me in this format, in this pack, which is Balance. The thing that I love about Balance is that it does not count artifacts. So I built in the last iteration of the cube so many white-based artifact decks where you cast Balance, they sacrifice everything they have, and you keep like 9 artifacts. So that's pretty grotesque, but that's a very specific edge case. Actually, kind of with this start, I kind of want to take Mind Twist. Like Mind Twist with Mana Vault. It is an overlapping color with Fire Covenant. It goes with Zayator's Proving Ground. I kind of just want to take Mind Twist. If you were taking the top performing card by win rate, I don't know, maybe it's like Thalia or something, but I'm just going to go with Mind Twist. It's so much more fun than taking like a Screaming Nemesis or a Thalia out of that pack. Okay, maybe today is the day when we try, Reanimator. I did get a little bit of Reanimator going last time around. I remember Displacer Kitten was a big disappointment. I really wanted this card to be a top pick, and then it was like one of the worst cards in the cube last time. But for me, I'm between Polluted Delta, which would actually fix us into 3 different colors, 4 different colors, because it also hits islands, and Persist. I think probably I just take Polluted Delta. I mean, wait, Persist is awesome, whatever. Persisting a Grave Titan or something, like, that's all very wonderful. But fixing myself into 4 colors just feels like that's just an amazing fetch land, right? Because the idea is the fetch land can fetch the Triome, because this is a swamp, and it could also fetch an island. What do we have in this pack? I kind of like Bloodtithe Harvester. I don't know if it's actually technically good, but it's just so much value. I mean, a 3/2 for 2 that already makes a blood token and it can remove something feels pretty good. I think Teferi last time around was maybe outclassed. I can't remember. I think it's not that great. And Sorin of House Markov, I remember, I'm pretty sure this was just like way too low impact. But maybe I'm actually just thinking of this in the premiere set that it was in. No, it's probably great in that set. I probably am thinking of it in Cube. So Bloodtithe Harvester, it just doesn't feel right to me that that's the pick. I don't think I'm on Lorien Revealed though, so I guess I'll take Bloodtithe Harvester. I don't know how good Black Red is in particular, but it does seem to be quite open at this table. I mean, March Flats is like an amazing card to be passed here. It's super flexible. It would allow us to fix ourselves into white in addition to every other color that we have access to so far. I'm kind of on Thoughtseize though. Thoughtseize I think performed not that well in the last iteration of the cube, but it is like a prime example of early interaction. Same with Fatal Push. So if we're doing like a kind of control direction, I think you do need cards like Thoughtseize, but I'm going to take March Flats. I think we're now set up to have really, really good mana. Okay, let's see. In this pack, I'm not particularly interested in Carnage Interpreter if I'm not in an aggro deck. I don't think Bone Shards is that good. Soul Guide Lantern is a sideboard card for best of 3. Creeping Tar Pit is pretty weak. Let's see. What do I think? How good do I think Sunset Saboteur will be? Probably not that great. I guess I could be an aggro deck. Could I be Black-Red aggro? I guess I could be an aggro deck. Okay, maybe I'll play the Saboteur. I haven't played this yet. Maybe then I should take the Interpreter, but I'll take Sunset Saboteur. I kind of just want to see how good that is. I was considering first picking Snuff Out, but actually, do I just take him to Turok now with Mind Twist? Am I just doing some kind of hand disruption aggro plan? Nah, I want to take Snuff Out. Almost every deck will have a non-black creature, right? It doesn't hit everything that you want it to hit, but free removal is just really good. Okay, the fact that there's an Unburial Rites in this pack makes me think that maybe I can do Reanimator. It makes me think that maybe the Persist is going to wheel. I could take Fairy Mastermind. I don't think Phoenix Fleet Airship is going to be good in Cube, even though it was the best card in the last set. One of the very best cards in the last set. But now it just looks like we're wheeling a lot of black removal. So I'm just going to keep taking that. This Swamp fixes me. Like, this is just really, really good for my mana. Thalia wheeling is very interesting because black aggro is so popular in this format. But okay, Grave Titan, or sorry, white aggro. But Grave Titan is a sweet Reanimator target. So let's just snap that up. And okay, sure, we can take the Steel Seraph. Okay, so we're in some kind of black, maybe not quite Reanimator space because we did not manage to wheel Persist. So someone else might be aiming for Reanimator. But some kind of black removal-y thing. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. I wonder if I can do something related to discarding, but I'm not sure that's really much of an archetype that's supported in this cube. So cards that I'm looking at, I mean, Galvanic Discharge, Galvanic Blast. I do have some red cards already. If we could move into red aggro, that's maybe more of a powerful archetype than... I really don't want to end up in like green-black Reanimator, which I've had very little success with so far. I could take an Underground Sea to make my mana really good, or a Raphine's Tower to make my mana really good. Even Misty Rainforest, actually. With an outside, shout out to Lingering Souls. Also, if I wanted to do like a super removal, or super control-y game, I could take Toxic Deluge. But I actually think that one might wheel, and maybe I'll just take Galvanic Discharge, which is just a like not okay card in terms of the quality of removal. I mean, it's just so good. Okay, so in my last draft, I passed this while thinking that it was, I thought that it was too slow, and I thought it was I thought maybe it was too slow, but as I passed it, I had this sense that it's actually probably a really good card. Exile the top 4 and you get to play all of them until your next turn. So now maybe I do take this Showdown of the Scalds when I have, I think, a lot of potential to splash white. So I guess I could be red, white, black. This is one of the very highest win rate cards. I mean, I love Ocelot Pride, but I don't necessarily think this is going to be an Ocelot Pride deck. In fact, I very much don't think so. And I wonder if I can wheel the Angie's Ravager. So I'll take the Showdown of the Scalds. I really want to try Wan Shi Tong in cube. I think I'll probably take Lelia. It's a pretty good card. Blackcleave Cliffs I think is pretty unnecessary because I don't have, it doesn't have basic land type, so it doesn't interact well with my nice fetch suite. Dark Ritual I think is not good. It's just like, compare it to Mana Vault, it's just so much worse in my opinion. And maybe I can wheel, I don't know what. I do really want to try Wan Shi Tong, but this is not the day. Well, I don't know what I'll wheel, but I'll take Lelia. I think I'm inclined to go more towards a red-black aggro plan. So let's see. Unmarked Grave is a Reanimator card. We did not wheel the Persist, so I'm really not inclined to go in the aggro direction. There's also Verdant Catacombs here, and I do have 2 fetch lands and not that much indication that I'm going to need them. So actually, I'm going to take a card that I've been really wanting to try out, which is Booster Tutor. I've heard this is actually a pretty good card. I have no idea. I have no idea how good it really is, but I actually really wanted to find out. So this is the first deck I've had where Booster Tutor would fit, and I'm just going to take it and be happy. Damnation is, you know, a Wrath of God. That's nice. It does look like maybe I'm on a slower plan here, not necessarily playing an aggro deck, although I mean, you know, I have Lelia, Blood Tithe Harvester, not necessarily like the best aggro package ever, so I guess I'll take Damnation. But now the question is like, what exactly is my game plan? I think with this amazing removal suite, I think my game plan has got to be some kind of Reanimator, probably. Probably I actually am in Reanimator. Let's see if we wheel the, not Unburial Rites, Entomb, whatever it was. The card that puts something into my graveyard. The problem with that card is you're kind of just 2 for 1-ing yourself, so I'm not even high on it in the first place. I guess I could take a Bayu. Is it possible that I'll want that? Could also take Cecil. I don't think this card is going to be particularly good at all, though, Cecil, unless you're in an extremely aggressive plan. So I guess I'll take the Bayu. I don't know. What would I be splashing green for? Not that much. Maybe I can wheel Golos and take it last. I guess I'll take Cecil. I feel like I might actually be low on playables. Maybe we do just want to be in a very aggressive plan. Elegy Acolyte, I wonder. I don't think that card's going to be that good in cube. So I'll take the Goyf. Right? I'll take the Goyf. So you can escape it from your graveyard by exiling a bunch of stuff, so it's kind of a graveyard card. It rewards you for having stuff in the graveyard. Okay, I'm actually kind of shocked that Galvanic Blast came back, but I'm not really going to be running it. I'll take the Toxic Deluge. It doesn't exactly go with my game plan, but hey, it's removal. It's removal. Could take Lava Spur Boots. I could actually run this. You could imagine like pulling a Grave Titan back from the bin and putting the boots on it. And I don't necessarily need to be playing Hellrider, I don't think. I'll take the Blackcleave Cliffs just to make my mana even one step better. Oh, Unmarked Grave. So I did wheel this. Okay. So the fact that someone took Persist does not mean that they're in Reanimator. Elder Gargaroth. I can see why all of these cards wheeled. I'll pass 6 to maybe put someone in the land deck. Restless Tomb is nice. Okay, so at least I'm in an open color pair. It's not necessarily a good color pair. I don't really know what you're supposed to do in black-red in this cube. But hey, we're figuring it out in real time. Okay, so there are several cards here. I mean, I would play Monastery Swiftspear. I remember Chandra was pretty good, although it may have just been inflated by like the power of red aggro. But I remember Chandra was pretty good. Rub of the Rich is like perfectly fine. Emperor of Bones I think was quite weak last time around. I am really curious about Redirect Lightning. This has to be a best of 3 card, right? And then Deep Cavern Bad is like not so bad, right? It's a little vulnerable to removal, but it is early disruption. It's probably just worse than Thoughtseize though, I think. But anyways, having said all that, there's a Mox in this pack. I'll take the Mox to go along with my Mana Vault, and let's see if we can do some unfair stuff quickly. I mean, what I would really love to see is some removal pieces come along, or not removal pieces, some Reanimator pieces come along at this point. So for example, Archon of Cruelty. Archon of Cruelty is a good one to reanimate if you can do something like Unmarked Grave and then somehow ramp into an Unburial Rites and put an Archon of Cruelty in. This is the kind of a card that I'm looking for. Payoffs for my Reanimator stuff. Although I do have to admit, I do not have that much Reanimator stuff. Stock Up is such a good card. It's just such a good card. But there's also a Comet in here. I'm wondering, dang, was Boros aggro actually open somehow this whole time? I guess I could take Sin. It is actually castable for me, right? Because I have green. And do I have blue? I would need to play a blue source. So it's Sin versus what? Like Collective Brutality? I'm not too keen on Collective Brutality. It does 2-for-1 me sometimes, but I do feel like it's pretty conditional. So I really want to get... Oh yeah, Animate Dead. That's what I want to get. Oh, I would love to play Tendrils of Agony. And by the way, Lightning Bolt is like... I'd be so happy to play Lightning Bolt. I really want to make Storm work in Tendrils of Agony. But anyways, I mean, it's clearly Animate Dead. It's clearly Animate Dead, right? I would like ways of discarding cards from my hand. Like if I draw Sin, I'm kind of in trouble. So, oh, I actually do have a black-green land. That's cool. That's actually nice. Okay, so I'll take Animate Dead. Let's see. Vampiric Tutor is kind of a nice one, isn't it? I mean, it's not a good card in a vacuum, but it kind of helps my game plan. Would I play Archfiend of the Dross? 4 oil counters at the beginning of your upkeep, you remove one, and then if it has no counters on it, you lose the game. And when a creature an opponent control dies, they lose a life. I guess I'll take Vampiric Tutor. I don't think this is good. I remember the card, the tutors that put the card on top, like Mystical Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, were not that good. Enlightened Tutor was like one of the worst cards in the cube last time around. I almost, actually, I think I'll play Bomat Courier. The reason I'll play Bomat Courier, and now I realize it's the card that I absolutely must play. The reason I played Bomat Courier is that helps me get a card like Sin into my graveyard. I can discard it from my hand. The issue is I then need to find Animate Dead. So the problem with discarding your whole hand is you have to discard whatever Reanimator card you're looking at. But I guess it can work with Unburial Rites. Anyways, I'm between Entomb and Bitter Triumph. I think it has to be Entomb, but the nice thing about Bitter Triumph is it's actually a much better way to discard Sin or Archon of Cruelty or whatever to be able to reanimate it. Okay, I'll very happily take Unholy Heat. One thing I do like about my deck is my curve. I think my curve is turning out very, very nicely. Unearth, you say. Return creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Don't really know how good that card is. Each player discards a card. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Let's discard our Sin and reanimate it. Yes. Thank you, Original Liliana, for showing up. There are a bunch of cards that I'd be happy to play here. Elegant Parlor, Deep Cavern Bat, Monastery Swiftspear, and Robber. I think I'm going to take Robber. I have a lot of removal, so I'm not so keen on the Deep Cavern Bat, and I'm not like on a super aggro plan, so I think Monastery Swiftspear is worse. So I think it's Robber. I think that's fine. I will actually just play Thornspire Verge unironically instead of a mountain. Seems good. And then let's see, you are red, black, and white. That's really good for me. Yeah, that's really good for me. I'm really happy to see that one. Although, do I just take Plateau instead? Red, white, or red, black, and white. And I have a bunch of fetch lands. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll take the Triumph. I don't know what was correct there. Oh, I wish I could play Tendrils of Agony, but no way. Oh, I might play Duress. I don't know. We'll see how all this shakes out. Okay, I guess I'll take Archfiend. I will not be playing Talisman of Indulgence. Bitter Triumph Wield. Huge win for me. Okay. And then a Rampaging Raptor, which I will not be playing. Okay. So, all right, let's fashion this into the tightest Reanimator deck we can get. I do wish I'd taken that Persist now, but okay, let's see how good this Reanimator build can be in this version of the cube. Okay, I think I'm looking at something like this. It's a somewhat weak Reanimator deck, but we'll see how it goes. I think the white splash is good enough to support Showdown of the Scalds, and I am playing enough blue and green to credibly possibly play Sin. Possibly. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I can actually simplify. I'll simplify my mana base right after this because I actually realize I'm missing a blue pip for Sin. So yeah, I should just not stretch my mana in that direction. Probably playing 16 lands with the Mana Vault and the or 15 lands plus a Mox and then the Mana Vault. And I don't have that many mana sinks. I mean, Sin and Archon, we really just want to play off of our Reanimator cards, which I've stacked over here. We have good removal. In fact, I cut Snuff Out and some other bad removal spell. Oh, the second board wipe. I don't really think I need Toxic Deluge plus Damnation. And then we have the okay suite of creatures. And then I just want to try Booster Tutor. The deck's pretty split. It's, you know, I don't know, maybe like a 6 out of 10 kind of a deck, but maybe with good piloting we can pick up a nice sequence of wins. So let's see. All right, we have a game. Hopefully we get a nice hand. All right, Nethergoyf, Animate, Dead. Yeah, like I thought, the deck is pretty split. Oh, the Blood Token is a way to discard a bomb into my bin to get Animate Dead. I did decide not to play the Grave Titan. It seems like maybe Grave Titan is just a little bit outclassed in the current cube. But here I'm just going to play Blood Tithe Harvester turn 2 and save the Nethergoyf for when it's a little bit more powered up. Maybe we can get off a really good Fire Covenant. Let's see. All right, so I probably just play a Mountain. I think I might want to spend that fetch land on a Triome. Get a Blood Token and pass. So if I draw Sin, then I can sack my Blood Token, discard Sin, and then Animate Dead on Sin. So maybe I do want to be playing Grave Titan. Just have a little bit more options for finding Reanimator targets that are actually good. Okay, so the opponent seems to be on maybe some kind of Grixis plan, although they didn't have a dual land. So maybe they're just blue-black. Maybe that tells me they're just blue-black. Or they're like blue-black-green or something. They're probably just blue-black, though, I think now. Nethergoyf is going to get buffed by Polluted Delta. I guess turn 1 I could have played Polluted Delta into a swamp into Nethergoyf. Oh, well, whatever they get off of that will probably be pretty good. I'm just guessing. Okay, so turn 2, I'll probably actually activate my Blood Token. Pitch a... I guess I pitch a land, although it's kind of unfortunate because that doesn't buff Nethergoyf above what the Polluted Delta will do. Oh, did they just Demonic Tutor for Black Lotus to play something? This is an elaborate turn that the opponent has going on here. Underworld Breach? What? Into Black Lotus? What? Am I getting brainstormed already? What's happening here? Well, this is something else. You already are doing... You're brain freezing yourself? Are they gonna find an amazing Animate Dead target for me? No, what is this? Something... Oh, no. They... Now, because they have Black Lotus in here, they didn't exile it, so they actually already got the combo off. Right. Right. So they got me, right? Okay, well, let's just watch them play it out. I thought they had to exile the Black Lotus already, but no, they already got the combo. Okay, good for them. So they naturally drew... I guess they drew Demonic Tutor is what they did. Yeah, okay, good for them. So they drew Demonic Tutor, tutored for Black Lotus, played the Lotus to get Breach, and the Tutor was the third card other than Lotus that they had in their bin. Oh, plus a fetch land. I get it. Yeah, and Ponder probably is what found them Tutor. Okay, yeah, sweet stuff. Good for them. Yeah, good for them. It's a thing of beauty when someone gets this combo off. All right, and then you brain freeze me for a lot. What? Hold on. I'm not sure that's what was supposed to happen. I'm not sure that's what was supposed to happen. Couldn't they have cast the Black Lotus again? Weren't they supposed to cast the Black Lotus again and then brain freeze me? That's a bit weird. And they don't have a single creature in their graveyard for me to animate dead on. And they didn't play Tendrils of Agony. I'm a little confused. I don't know. I still feel like maybe I'm just dead. Like they have some other kind of flashback. Is there anything I can do to exile something? Okay. Well, let's do this. Crack it for a black source that comes in untapped. Probably just go for a swamp. Entomb. Okay. I was going to entomb. Maybe not Sin. I think I do want Grave Titan. Well, that was bizarre. I feel like they accidentally ended their turn or something. Did they accidentally run out of mana? I'm not totally sure what happened there. It feels like they accidentally clicked end turn instead of continue. That might be it. Probably the interface is like a little confusing. Okay, I might edit my deck a little bit. Okay, I'm trying cutting Robber of the Rich in favor of a Grave Titan just to get a little bit more focused on my game plan. Robber of the Rich is kind of nice because it can flip over my combo pieces, but maybe I think I might just need more payoffs. Yeah, like here again, I have an enabler but no payoff. It's a little awkward. Yeah, in the last game, that's a shame for the opponent. I assume they had me, but I think probably the interface, a problem here with Cube is you don't get that many bites at the apple. You have a combo like that, and like how many times do you actually get to try it out, right? So they found the combo, right? But unfortunately for them, they just didn't have the... Sorry, just pointing out my turn. They found the combo, but like, you don't get to practice. You don't get to practice with the actual arena interface that often. You have to actually get the combo for that to happen, right? Okay, I'm gonna go for... So this costs 4 to untap, right? Otherwise it deals 1 damage to me. So I could play Sunset Saboteur and like block Caustic Bronco or something. But I think a better thing to do is, I mean, they might be aggro, but I think a better thing for me to do is just shoot these two. You know, just pull off a 2-for-1 here. And then I can actually animate dead on one of those, I believe. So yeah, but yeah, it's painful. Like, you know, you get the combo and then you have to just get it right that time. But maybe you've never gotten to do it with the arena interface before. Or maybe it's your first time in a long, long time doing it with the arena interface. Okay, so they can't just play a creature here because I play Liliana, but now they know that. Okay, I guess they can. It's equal to the number of card types on cards in your graveyard. Yeah. Okay, well, surely they have something here. I don't know what it is, but they probably have something here. All right, play Polluted Delta. Next and end. I might just untap Mana Vault next turn. Ponder. I can bring back Barrowgoyf. Or I can just play a Sunset Saboteur. I guess they probably have a better creature to follow it up with. They wanted me to use Liliana's -2 on Barrowgoyf. Pass. Okay, before end. Let's crack this. Get a Triome, I think. I don't have a Surveil land, right? So let's get a Triome. I'd rather it add white because I could still draw my 4-mana white card. I decline. So draw card. Ooh, Damnation could actually be pretty good. Let's have everyone discard. I'll pitch my March Flats. I'll go first. You see my animate dead, so you're probably not going to discard something incredible. And then I guess I will play a Sunset Saboteur and I will animate dead because it's face up, so I'm not going to get anything better with this. And I'll get the Lifelinker. Now, if you play Damnation, that'll be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. I had one game last time the cube was on Arena, that was really, really, really memorable and amusing one. I was also in a hotel room on a trip at that time in the middle of the night. and I played Reanimator against another Reanimator deck, and it's so funny how the Reanimator decks are symmetrical. We actually just, I played an Atraxa, they killed it, I reanimated it, they killed it, then they reanimated my Atraxa, then I killed it and I reanimated it, and then I believe they just killed me through some other thing. Like one of the cards they had found was able to just like do lethal basically. Okay. Well, we're getting some wins here. I don't think our deck is that good, but we are pulling off a few wins. If this deck gets a bunch of wins, then I really don't know anything about about Cube, which is always a possibility. Maybe I just don't know anything about Cube. Sorry, excuse me. Normally, I think I would be fast enough to. Normally, I think I would be fast enough to not audibly sneeze, but here in the hotel room, it's just really hard to react quickly enough on the single laptop with a touchpad. Okay, Tameo. Unholy Heat cannot kill that, but Bitter Triumph can. Quick creature gets +1/+1 and lifelink. Permanents your opponent's control is hexproof and indestructible. What is this card? Can that be good? Could that be... I don't think that card can be any good. Can it? I don't think so. All right, I will shoot Tameo, which is definitely one of the best cards in the cube, at least according to my recollection. And then I'll probably pitch Sin, I guess. Probably more likely that I'll be able to actually cast Archon of Cruelty. Having said that, my opponent might be on Reanimator. Like, they might just play Animate Dead right now. But then I guess I do have Liliana. They would get back their Tameo, though, in which case they would just sacrifice that to Liliana. So, okay, I'm really hoping that they don't just have a reanimation spell here. Dark Ritual is sure something. I'm hoping you just invest in one big creature. Okay, they have Reanimate. Wow. Wow. And you get Tameo, which you can sack to Liliana. Okay, so it was a mistake to discard when I didn't have the... Yeah, lesson learned. I guess it was a mistake to discard when I didn't have the reanimation spell and my opponent had black mana. So if I don't draw, like, Damnation right now, probably just concede. I don't think I really need to play this one out. They had the reanimation spell before I did, and I kind of thought that I could get them with Liliana, but I forgot that I actually even thought about it, like, and said it as I was doing it, as you saw. But while I was doing that, I thought that Liliana would make them sacrifice the Sin anyways, but I forgot that they actually would get the enter trigger and bring back their Tameo, meaning that I couldn't make them sacrifice the Sin. So, big blunder by me. Don't do that at home, folks. I'm wasting my gems so that you don't have to. Better luck on the next game. Yeah. Don't set up a reanimate when your opponent has black mana. That's the lesson for us. Okay, now I would really like to get a reanimation spell. All right, I guess I will play Mountain to set up Unholy Heat. Next turn I'll play Detective's Phoenix. Perhaps into a counter, but such is life. We have to try. And, you know, it's not the worst card in the world to have countered or killed. Path to Exile. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll take that action. I don't hate getting an extra basic. Probably with Godless Shrine in hand, I actually want a Mountain. I have to pay double black. Probably I actually want the Mountain. I'm probably going to have to play the Shock land next turn anyways with Shock, so that's okay. So really what I want to do is they play a card. Yeah. Sin does not have an enters effect, unfortunately, so if they have a removal spell, then... Oh, Anointed Peacekeeper is going to get to pull something out of my hand. Okay, but it doesn't get exiled. Yeah. Okay, it does not get exiled. So let's do this with Shock, Liliana, and make you sack it. Liliana and make you sack it. The other option is Liliana pitching Animate Dead and bring back Sin without an ETB. Let's make you sack it. I would like Sin to have the ETB if possible. I don't know if this is correct. Pass my turn. Ooh, that's kind of a good one. Should I just try to Mind Twist for 4? Maybe this will eat the counter. Maybe this will eat whatever counter they have. Let's just try it. If it happens, then I'm feeling really good. But I'm guessing that it doesn't. Okay. All right, well then let's each discard a card. I'll go first. I'll put Sin in the graveyard. They don't have Reanimate mana this time, so. Snapcaster Mage bringing back Path to Exile and not casting it? Okay. They just want to kill Liliana. But that means that my Sin brings back Liliana, so I'm not sure that that... Okay, that just means that they have a removal spell, or a counter spell, I mean, right? Right? Time Twister. Ah, okay. Shucks. Okay, well that makes sense. Those are some familiar cards. So if I play this, we each discard, but I don't actually have a way of recurring anything. Yeah, really good work by them. They really got me, didn't they? That sucks. Okay. So I'll play Lelia. Comes in tapped. This is creatures and something, artifacts and creatures. This thing is a sorcery. I think I will do this. I'll go and grab Archon of Cruelty, probably. I think that makes sense. It'll be a nice thing for Sin to hit. And then maybe I play Black Cliffs, because that's one that has to come in tapped. Shucks. I had the recursion for Sin and everything. It's too bad. I would like to get... Oh, you're taking my Mox? Darn you. I would like to get Damnation. Them having Reprieve for Damnation, or Reprieve for Mind Twist into Time Twister was really brutal. That was really brutal. Okay, in with Lelia. Exile Unholy Heat. Okay. Probably want to shoot MacD. This is until end of turn, right? This turn, yeah. Okay. Next, go to damage. Let's shoot MacD. Play a land. Play Liliana. It's going to get countered as I anticipated. Oh, Reprieve came back because you shuffled it in. How lovely. And then Sunset Saboteur. Then you have Path again, looks like. You have Path. Okay. I will get the land. Okay, maybe I did want the blue source to be able to just straight up cast Sin. I'm like at that level of mana. I don't think it's worth playing a island for, though, is it? I don't think so. But we're pretty lost this game. I mean, I need... If I can actually pull off a Reanimator on Sin... If I can actually pull off a Reanimate on Sin, then I might be okay. But I highly doubt that's about to happen. Okay, well, I'll try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, you have Prowess. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. Submit 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 1. Something like that. Auto pay. Let's see what you got. Consult the star charts, sure. If you get 2 non-creature spells, then I'm pretty much lost, because Liliana doesn't even make you sack your Monastery Mentor. Arid Mesa. Finding something to play 2 different non-creature spells. Dang, that Time Twister play was like really good. I was going to get off a Sin. That was a really good play. Unfortunately, I'm just not in a good archetype. I am unfortunately just in a bad deck. So any win that we get is totally scrappy. So I'll do this, ask you to sacrifice a creature. Play Sunset Saboteur. And then, yeah, if I can get a reanimation spell. I mean, I'm not in a good archetype, and I'm in a really bad version of a bad archetype. That's another issue for me. Legend of Yang Chen. So you exile Liliana. Okay. And then I trade for your 2/2. All right. Some good reanimation stuff, please. And then you play one of the highest win rate cards in the set. All right, Booster Tutor. Save me. Save me, Booster Tutor. Tinker is not going to do it. Shinobi, Stadium Headliner. I can't play the Shinobi. What can I even cast here? Nothing? Croxa, what do you do? When it enters, each opponent discards a card. It just discards a card, or I can do a Murderous Cut to kill one of their creatures. Yeah, I don't think that did it, right? I can play a white card. Did I find a good white card? Sarah Paragon. I don't think I can play that, can I? Oh, Booster Tutor, you've let me down. I could play Tersa. Discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards? Yeah. Okay. Hey. Yeah, that's something. I can play Tersa. Discard 2, draw 2? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's some hope, I guess. Shoot this guy. And then attack with Tersa. When it attacks, exile a card, and you can play it. All right, tag with Tersa. Come on, something good. All right, I can play Flame Slash this turn. All right, well, then I'll play that. Okay, we're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. Tersa was an interesting one. I suspect they are going to do this. Yeah, because their cards are just better than mine. So I can't play Sin. If I were to exile Archon of Cruelty, then maybe we would be getting somewhere, right? Sacrifice a creature, loses 3 life, draw a card, and gain 3 life. Yeah, that would be nice. Now, here's the thing. If I sack Marsh Flats, then it's one more useless card for Tersa to hit. It decreases my odds of drawing a land, but less than it increases my odds of Tersa whiffing. Okay, that's a nice one. That is a nice one. So let's attempt to bring back Sin, right? Sin sounds right. These are the 3 creatures. Yeah, I think Sin is correct. I really want to hit Archon, but I don't think I need to hit Archon. Right? Yeah, let's do that one. All right, so bring back Sin, resolve, and I'll pay the 1 mana. That's fine. I will pay it. All right, does it resolve? They probably have a counter, but let's see. Mana Leak. Okay, I'll pay the cost of Mana Leak. And then you have another counter. No More Lies. Crack the Marsh Flats. Go for a land. Okay, technically maybe I was supposed to play a land before all this happened, but all my lands come in tapped anyways. All right. We get back Sin. We exile Archon of Cruelty. Okay, this is cube. Now we're cubing. Wow, I cannot believe we pulled that game out. I really thought we were toast. All right, hey, that was cube. That was cube. I'm limited in the enthusiasm I can show from the fact that it's 11:30 p.m. and I'm in a tiny hotel room with an innocent person sleeping probably on the other side of the wall for me. So rest assured, I'm highly enthusiastic about what just happened. All right, we have a hand. It's an interesting one. I feel like it's not bad, right? It's not terrible. So it's a bit awkward, but I think I do play the Marsh Flats first. Next end. I can only get the black-white shock with this, I think. I don't think I can shoot something with Unholy Heat if need be, but looks like it's not needed. All right, so I'll get a Triome, presumably. Almost certainly I grab a Triome here. Almost certainly I grab a Triome. And it's the red-white one. I actually don't know if the red-green one, that's basically just a dual land for me, right? Black, red, green is just a dual land for me. Just plays black and red. All right, Blood Tithe Harvester. I am just going to play all of my stuff out, even if I have to Damnation later. I think that's still the right thing to do. Detectives Phoenix, collect evidence 6. Yeah, okay. So let's play Swamp, attack for... no, I'll play the Phoenix here rather than Saboteuring it. Actually, nah. I probably do want to play the Saboteur. I think that's just more damage. That's just good damage in the long run, right? Okay, what'll it be? Path to Exile. People love this card. I mean, I love Path to Exile. Like, I played during Conflux. We all loved Path to Exile, but getting a basic land out of your deck is so good. I just don't think it's... I hate to say it because I love the card. I just don't think it holds water. Path to Exile. Those basics helped me. They like last game they let me pay for all those counters. I wouldn't have been able to... I'm just going to pitch the Shrine here. I wouldn't have been able to pay for all those counters at the end if they hadn't pathed me twice and given me 2 lands, right? It's the middle of the night and I'm traveling and tired, so I might be mixing things up, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Mana Vault, you say? Oh, okay, cool. Alright, let's start with Detectives Phoenix, leaving a Swamp untapped, or the Triome untapped, of course. If you counter it, that's perfectly fine. This is a guy that comes back. Yeah, very awkward card for you to counter. I was thinking about playing Mana Vault first, but then I was like, why would I even care about that? Like, Detectives Phoenix comes back from my graveyard. Alright, and I'll play the Goyf. Pretty awkward with Damnation. That's the thing about my deck. It's pretty awkward. Stock up. Okay, digging for answers. It's pretty awkward to have like all of these aggro pieces and then also be playing Damnation, but good thing we're not also playing Toxic Deluge. Oh, Showdown. Yeah, that's sweet, isn't it? So I could play Mana Vault to save 1 mana on this Showdown until the end of your next turn. Your next turn. So that... I am tired. I'm exhausted. Just to make sure. That means the turn after this one, right? It's not the next end step. It's the end of your next turn. Means I get until the following turn to play it, right? Ooh, Mind Twist. Hey there. Hey, buddy. That's a lot of lands, but that's fine. Play this in for 7. Well, Mind Twist is a sweet one. We'll see if they... I mean, they pretty much have to keep up counters for it, but they also pretty much have to kill all of my stuff, and I'm going to get +1/+1 counters. By the way, Mana Vault plus Mind Twist is like part of what I was trying to do with this deck. Okay, Tezzeret. Every time I see this card, I think it's terrible because it was unplayable in Edge of Eternities. I have to remind myself in Cube it might actually be good. I'm not sure yet. Balance. Okay, so my creatures go away. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this can destroy a Planeswalker. That's pretty good. So, is there any way for me to play a creature first? I don't think so, because then I could get counters on it. I can't exile a bunch of cards, can I? Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Creature, enchantment, land, sorcery. But I don't get to do that first. So, play a land from here. Okay, I have to be precise about this. So the idea is something like Mana Vault. Mind Twist you for 3. 1, 2, 3. Zap. Then I can play Nethergoyf. What did I get, by the way? Shelldock Isle, Solitude, and nothing that amazing. Well, I want to play Nethergoyf, but I really want to Bitter Triumph this guy, so I guess I don't actually play the Nethergoyf yet. So I will pay the 3 life just to get rid of that. It's too bad I don't get any counters. This is not the very best Showdown of the Scalds deck, clearly. Yeah, I will take the damage. I think I have better things to do with my mana. And then I will play Nethergoyf. And then, unfortunately... Okay, so I'll exile planes... Or, sorry, land, sorcery, instant, enchantment, right? Something like that. Sounds good. I don't want to exile the Phoenix, so I'm happy that I did not have to. Oh, maybe I should have... Oh, yeah. I should have left the Phoenix. I should have left the... Because of collect evidence. I should have actually left the enchantment and exiled a creature, I guess. Okay. What happened? You countered it. Blah, blah, blah. Sure. Okay. And then I can activate this? Can I? I can activate it, but it's tapped. I get it. Okay. All right. Sure. So another Netherglyph goes back to my bin. You had 1,000,000. Okay. What do? You look at the top 4 and get one? Darn, and you're at 3. Urza's Bauble, sure. I mean, I assume my opponent's deck is better at drawing out of this kind of situation than mine. Decline. I have other things that I need to do right now, unfortunately. Okay, look at a random card in my hand. Resolve. Okay, play a land, activate the Restless Vents. Do I know what card they saw? Oh, Damnation. That's so funny. And bonk Narset. And then the question is... Oh, I can pitch a card. Okay, maybe I just discard Damnation. I don't think that's going to be the most relevant thing here. Pitch Damnation. And then I can play the Netherglyph. Do I even care about Narset? I don't think so. I'm not about to draw 2 cards in a turn. It's going to die next turn and you can't activate it. I highly doubt you can put a loyalty counter on it. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to do this and exile 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of sad to get rid of my Phoenix, to be honest, and nerfing my own Unholy Heat and nerfing my Netherglyph, but I think having the card is really important. I'm sorry, how did you just draw 2? Oh, Urza's Bauble. Yeah. Carakas does not hurt me. I will... Maybe I pay this time. No, I'm going to decline. I just want to get in with Restless Vents. Okay, so I could have paid. Oh well. Activate the Vents. Actually, you know what I could do is I could Unholy Heat just to make the Goyf bigger. That's probably correct, because I also have an Infernal Grasp in my hand for whatever they play. So I'm going to shoot that. Make my Goyf a 1/2. Activate the Vents. In for 3. See what you've got. They could have a lot. It's cube. They could have a lot. But I think that made a lot of sense. And then I'm going to pitch Mox Emerald just to try to get something good. Wow, Restless Vents is like really good, isn't it? Fresh start. Yeah, okay. Wow. That's annoying. It loses its ability, so it really does become a -5/1. I could Galvanic Discharge my own Netherglyph. Just to try to get it back eventually. It's a possibility. All right, my turn. Maybe at this point I pay? No, I still don't think I pay. Just gonna die to this Mana Vault. Okay, now I really want that Mana Vault, though. Now I actually really want the Mana Vault. Okay, next, attack with events. Discard Galvanic Discharge, probably. Again, I just have removal, so Unmarked Grave is maybe not the best one. I highly doubt that they have... I'd highly doubt that they have Reanimator, and this does make my Netherglyph better if I ever manage to get Netherglyph back. I mean, Liliana, maybe I could sack my Netherglyph and cast it. So, yeah, I'll do an Unmarked Grave. I guess Sin is, you can't search up Sin, but I can get Grave Titan. Oh, I can put Unburial Rites in the bin. I never thought about that. Putting Unburial Rites in the bin is pretty sickening, isn't it? I do still need to get a creature in the bin, but I really like the idea of Unburial Rites. Yeah. Alright. If I can ever discard... Now if I discard Archon of Cruelty to Restless Vents... Okay, now I think I do want the mana. So Coalition Relic, yes. This is just makes mana. Yes. Now I think I do want the mana. No. Again, I leave it tapped. If I can ever draw a land, I'll play it. Oh, Animate Dead is could be a nice one. Yes, so here's what I do. I activate this. I attack. Throw my Archon in the bin. And then Animate Dead. And then if you somehow counter my Archon, then I get to Unburial Rights it anyways. All right, hey, all right, we're rolling. I mean, you know, not the world's greatest Reanimator deck, but we're chugging along. It's a scrappy one. It's definitely a scrappy one. But we are at, what is it, 4 wins and 1 loss? Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see if we can keep it moving. All right. Interesting. Yeah. I'll keep it. So Bitter Triumph can pitch the Grave Titan if I can get a reanimation card. I am absolutely just going to Unholy Heat that guy. I mean, I was going to play Booster Tutor, but they just gave me a better option. So, I mean, the nice thing about Grave Titan is you can play it on turn 6 and it's not horrible. Let's do Booster Tutor. See what we get. Strip Mine. That's a fun one. Oh, Necromancy is a good one. So if you cast it anytime a sorcery. Hold on. Oh my goodness. No, I'm sorry. The interface here is so bad. I don't want to select it. I want to remind myself. So if it's on the battlefield, it becomes an aura with enchant creature put onto the battlefield with Necromancy. Put a creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with this enchantment on it, and when it leaves, sack it. So yes, okay. That's what I want, almost certainly. The question is, would I rather have, I don't know, Mana Crypt, Ancient Tomb? I mean, Mana Crypt's a good one. Mana Crypt just accelerates me into Grave Titan the old-fashioned way. But I think I just want the card that goes with my game plan. I don't know. Yeah, call me old-fashioned. I mean, Mana Crypt's a good card. Don't get me wrong. Okay, Lorien revealed to find an island, play the island, and then do something. Play the Steam Vents. Yeah, nice. Shocked, I assume, and then do something. So this thing has flash. Yeah, okay. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Play this, pay 2 life, and entomb. I'm just wondering if they can do that sickening thing to me where they are going to get it back. But yeah, I'm going to entomb I guess maybe Archon. Sin is really good, but yeah, no, actually, I'll get the Sin. And then my idea is they can, if they play a creature, I Bitter Triumph it, discarding Grave Titan. Yeah, so much the better if I get to ramp into Grave Titan, but I don't think they can reanimate it. Thankfully, they didn't play a Swamp. Essaga's Chariot, so you make a 2/2. Yep, 2 2/2s, I mean. Then what I'm going to do is discard a card, shooting the cat. I'm so sorry, little kitty cat. I love cats, as anyone who's seen my videos knows. Check out my other videos for appearances of my beautiful cats. I miss them because I'm traveling. It's so sad. Unmarked Grave, yeah. Okay, well, anyways. Then I pull back Sin, right? From my graveyard. Bring back Sin. Sin is going to bring back Grave Titan. Grave Titan is going to make me 2 2/2s. And then I might as well play a land for the turn. All right, hopefully they don't have a Wrath of God. I mean, it's, you know, it's Cube. They could have any number of things. They could have basically anything you can imagine. Pest Infestation on Necromancy, getting rid of Sin. Okay, yep. Yep, getting rid of Sin, but it doesn't get exiled. It does not get exiled, so now I can unmark Grave for Unburial Rights. Right? Okay, they can crew up Essaga's Chariot, but I can kill it in response. Yeah, that's how that works? Yeah. So definitely in with the team. Make 2 2/2s. I assume they're going to crew the Chariot. Oh no, because it crews for 4, actually. I love Essaga's Chariot. The idea of making infinite cats definitely appeals to my sensibilities. What's this double block? Hold on, what's the double block? You have Lightning Bolt, eh? Alright, well, I'll just shoot that guy, I guess. I don't really want to get Lightning Bolted. Might as well. I assume that's what this is, Lightning Bolt. Did I just call a card in Cube? Did I actually display some game sense in Cube for the first time in my life? I never know what's going on in Cube, but this time I feel like I actually got it right. I feel like they have a Lightning Bolt. So let's play around Lightning Bolt. Let's not just forget to play around Lightning Bolt like I always do. Okay, Unburial Rights is what's going in the bin. Yeah. All right. Representing pulling Sin out of the graveyard. So that gives them something to worry about. They must know I'm playing around Lightning Bolt now. Wow, I can't believe I actually had Game Sensing Cube for the first time in my life. Now I feel like I deserve the win over this greedy little chomper. Not my opponent. I'm talking about the pest. Just FYI. Okay, what's Sin gonna bring back? Necromancy? And then I bring back one of their creatures? Hey, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Necromancy and I get an Ignoble Hierarch. That's kind of funny. Okay, they're not representing... They are not representing Lightning Bolt any longer. So let's go ahead and grab Sin, and then Sin brings back Necromancy. And then Necromancy brings back Ignoble Hierarch. It's so funny. All right, if they do have a board wipe. Oh, and that makes Pyrogoyf much worse, actually. That's kind of cool. I could attack with just Grave Titan, but I don't think that's correct. Yeah, if they have a board wipe, I'm toast. If they have a board wipe, I'm toasty. Okay, you gain 1, take 4. All right. If they have a board wipe, it's curtains for me, I'm sure. I'm not sure what board wipe there is over here. There's like Upheaval, but they don't have the second blue. I don't really know what green has in this cube. All right, 5 and 2. I would love to get a trophy. Platinum 1. We're close to Diamond. I feel like I'll be Diamond very soon. I would like to be Mythic going into Lorwyn. I'd like to start out Lorwyn with some good games. Some, you know, some tough magic. All right? So that would be nice. That would be a nice aspiration. All right, but 5 wins. Hey, we're making a profit. Let's just not do anything too foolish. I'm really good at throwing away leads in Cube. I have to say, I'm feeling better about this Reanimator deck than I expected. I wonder if they did make Reanimator just better in this iteration of the cube successfully. Kind of like this hand. Lelia can maybe find me some lands. I don't know. It's sketchy. It's sketchy for sure. I'll keep. It's sketchy. I don't know. I don't know if that was the best keep. But, you know, the hand has potential. It's just a little slow is the thing. In Cube, like, only doing something on turn 3, and we don't even have our combo. Like, I can't get Grave Titan in the bin. That's slow. Especially not doing anything until turn 3 on the draw. It's just risky business. Surveillance would have been good for me. But I did not know that I was in Reanimator until, like, really late. Because someone took that Persist game 1, or, what do you call it? Pack 1. I still kind of wonder what that was about. All right, you're finding Batterskull. I wonder if they have a way of cheating Batterskull into play. Unfortunately, this is about all that I can do. I mean, then Lelia, yeah, I don't know. I probably should have just mulliganed. Actually. I'm confident I should have just mulliganed. Oh, that's so funny. I said I wonder if they have a way to cheat into play. They literally have a Stoneforge Mystic. It's pretty funny. Yep. They literally showed me the way that they're going to cheat it into play. Okay. I'll get that. So, I can't exactly attack with Lelia. Let's see. Well, I think what I do is probably put Sin in the graveyard. Probably, or no, sorry, I can't put Sin in the graveyard, but I can put the other one, the 8 mana 6/6. I think that's gotta be right. Well, you know, Damnation would be good here, but yeah, they're gonna play a Batterskull and they're gonna start Batterskulling, so that's definitely too bad for me. Yeah, I assume their deck is really good. If I could top deck Damnation, that would be really nice. But okay, I mean, Archon of Cruelty, they sack Stoneforge Mystic. Oh. Oh my goodness, really? Okay. Sure. Damnation? Oh, Mana Vault. Yeah, that does the trick, thank you. That does the trick. Yep, Mana Vault does the trick, doesn't it? I'll do this. I guess I will play a land on Burial Rites. Bring back Archon. Hopefully this resolves. If not, it's trouble for me. Alright. Sack a creature, discard a card, lose 3. I draw a card, I gain 3. Yeah, that kind of hopefully turns the tables a little bit. I would like to discard a card, actually. But I have no such luxuries. Okay. What did they discard? They discarded their own Lilia? Okay. Sure. Showdown might give me a damnation as well, or something like that. I'm gonna definitely be taking some mana vault damage here. Oh, you had a you just played a swamp? Wow. Okay. I do need an answer to Batterskull, right? I mean, you know, one thing that could happen is I find removal for Deep Cavern Bat, get back my Animate Dead. If they kill my Archon, I can bring Archon back. Goldspan Dragon. Okay, that's totally fine. I will decline for now, thank you. Bitter Triumph. Yep, that's exactly what I was hoping. Bitter Triumph is a sweet one. So, Bitter Triumph, pitching my Grave Titan and then animating it. Could be good. Is that what I do? Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. So, hit the Deep Cavern. Discard Grave Titan. Get back Animate Dead. Animate Grave Titan. Make 2 2/2s. I could animate your Deep Cavern Bat as a 0/1. I'm not sure that that's the move. Get back Grave Titan. I'm not sure that I attack. I actually think it's a little passive. They could always put the Batterskull on the Goldspan Dragon. That's probably what they're going to do here. But Batterskull and Deep Cavern Bat is also dangerous, so. Oh, okay. I think you probably should have tried putting the Batterskull on the Goldspan Dragon. Attacking with an 8/8 lifelink, like, I have to be blocking or something, right? Basically, my plan there was kind of force you to do that by holding back the 6/6, right? So you can't just make an attack with the 4/4 and then do something else with your mana. You kind of have to go for the 8/8 lifelinker. I can't take it because then I'm going down to 8 and you're gaining 8 every turn. I'm not racing that even with a Grave Titan, right? I'm on a 2-turn clock. So I pretty much have to play the 4-drop enchantment and turn up removal. And basically the reason I did it that way is I do have a lot of removal in my deck. And I have a 6/6 flyer to chump block with. But I actually think I might have been losing there. I think I was not doing well, unless I'm misreading Batterskull somehow. But I really think they had a very good shot at winning by putting the Batterskull on the 4/4. I thought I was leaving myself very open to that, at least. My read was I'm in trouble if they just do that. So I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I've seen better hands, right? I don't have Damnation or Showdown mana, but with Blood Tithe Harvester, I feel like maybe I have an okay chance at getting there. The off-color Mox is like not doing that much work for me. I don't know. Am I somehow wrong? Let me know in the comments for real. Like, am I somehow wrong about the Batterskull? Shouldn't they just have put it on there? It gives it lifelink, right? I'm actually going to look it up right now. Batterskull. They can re-equip it. It gives it vigilance and lifelink. Okay, I think I was lost. I do not think they should have conceded. Unless I'm missing something. My 6/6 doesn't have Death Touch either, right? I can't just block it. I actually thought I was lost, right? My honest belief about that game was that I was in like major trouble. I thought I was digging for an answer to Batterskull. All right, I'll play this. I might just pitch Damnation, honestly. They are in white, so maybe I shouldn't do that. I just really want to get mana to play either Damnation or Showdown. Maybe I just shouldn't be impatient. I do have a history of being impatient in Magic. Like, if I draw a mountain, I'm really going to want to have access to pitching it to the blood, right? Smuggler's Copter. Okay, no way am I damnationing. Right? Yeah, I think that tells me right away, just pitch Damnation. I'm can't imagine I'm going to Damnation leaving behind a Copter. I guess technically I could hold on to everything, Galvanic Discharge the Copter, and then still have a shot at Damnation being good, but I think this is not the game for Damnation. So goodbye, Damnation. Love you, old buddy. There's my Swamp to play Damnation. Okay, how fun. Yeah, I mean, I played during Planar Chaos. Planar Chaos, people who follow my stream will be unsurprised to learn. It is one of my absolute favorite sets of all time. I know they'll never do anything like that again, and more's the pity. What an awesome set. The reason I'm doing it this way, by the way, I could have attacked with Restless Vents, blah, blah, blah. The reason I'm doing it this way is I really want to get the Triome and just slam down Showdown next turn. Also, holding up Galvanic Discharge is nice, because I'm going to discharge the Copter. Bitter Triumph, you say. Okay. Okay. So, they can crew it, but before we go to attacks... Okay, hold on. When you attack, you make a 1/1 EA. So resolve, but please do not go to attacks yet. I'm going to shoot this Copter for 3. Galvanic Discharge is nutty. The fact that this was a common in this set too, just ridiculous. Okay, activate this. Go get a Triome that taps for white. Very important that it taps for white, please. And then I'll pay the 3 life and just shoot Adeline. I don't think I'm going to get a much better answer than that. And I definitely don't want to discard my Swamp. Oh, Black Lotus? No way. I thought we were at the end step. I thought we were at the end step. I got rolled. Although they did pay 2 cards for that to happen. So, okay. Showdown. Showdown before I play the land, yeah. Showdown, get 4 cards. Pretty good. Okay, hey, yeah, that's something. Play a land. And I guess, yeah, why don't I just play a Booster Tutor? I could have played Mana Vault, but... Can I get a Damnation back, please? I could get another Booster Tutor and just keep wheeling. That's funny. Grief, you say. Can I play Psychic Frog? No. That card is so good, though. Agatha's Soul Cauldron, I don't think is anything. Underworld Breach is nothing for me. The Wishclaw Talisman, I can't believe that's still in the cube. Tezzeret? No. Honestly, do I just take another Booster Tutor? Am I missing anything? Savannah, Crucible Overall, it's Pilgrim. This is just a bad pack, isn't it? Giver of Runes, I guess, could be good. A second Detective's Phoenix are not legendary. Yeah. Let's roll again. All right. In with Blood Tithe Harvester. It would get counters next turn, so it's actually not obvious to me that they should have let that go in. I'm about to get some counters. Let's see what they've got. They don't have that much mana, although they did surprise me with a Black Lotus into Sage of the Skies. I really thought that we were at their end step, so that was my bad. But it's not like I was going to do anything differently. If they had played like a true bomb off of that Black Lotus, then I would be feeling very sad. Very sorry for myself. Okay, very likely I'm letting this Blackleaf Cliffs go away. Just play land, Mana Vault, Booster Tutor, Detective's Phoenix. Well, the Mana Vault I can tap for mana, so it's the thing about Mana Vault. Probably we start with Booster Tutor putting a counter on the Harvester and just see what we roll. Okay, did they play a land? Yes, so they have access to 4 mana now, all white and black. I would like to play this game. I would like to win this game. I would really like to trophy. Sorry, I usually do cut through like periods of my opponent thinking, which is, I never want to like disrespect people for thinking. That's what they should do. They should use their card. It's a resource. But I usually do cut through it, but I'm on such a limited setup right here with just like a touchpad and one screen that I don't really have that option. Okay, so you can Damnation. Hold on. What does this do? When one or more counters are put on this creature, put a creature exiled with this onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter. It gains haste. Exile a target card from a graveyard. Why didn't you exile Adeline is my question. I guess I don't quite get why they didn't exile Adeline. I guess they're concerned that I'm going to somehow flashback Damnation or something like that. Okay, Booster Tutor, put a counter on the Harvester. Okay, recursion stuff would be good here. Unearth. No, that doesn't do it. Damnation. Damnation. I love that. I was actually hoping to get that with my last Booster Tutor. Okay, so we take Damnation. We Damnation. We take Damnation, play a Swamp, tap black, black, green. Oh, I really want to get to play the Phoenix and put a counter on it, but no, I think I do take Damnation, right? I mean, I guess I could take Hellrider. No, that's no good. Oh, Pyrokinesis? No, but it's not enough, right? They have so much toughness. Okay, I'll take Damnation. I'll take Damnation. Play a Swamp. I'm going to attack. Maybe they'll block, actually. Yeah, they'll probably block. Hold on, can I? No, there's nothing to be done here. I really want to like make use of my counters somehow. So Damnation. So they probably will just block. So, and I don't want to have the Phoenix die immediately. So, okay. In with Blood Tithe Harvester. Yeah, sorry, Cube gets complicated. Yeah, my counters. Well, if I hold back, hold on. Why didn't you block? I'm actually quite curious about that. So I play this. Tap Mox Emerald for it, I guess. Okay, so I guess I should have done that before combat. I really thought that they were going to block. Oh well. Tap it for 3, 1, 2. Yeah, right? Because if I do this, then I can't play that, but I can do it this way. So tap, tap, and add a black for Damnation, leaving floating 1 mana. Okay, get a counter on my Harvester. Goodbye to everybody. My other Damnation gets exiled, and then I have 1 mana left, so I get to actually cast my Phoenix. So next turn, unfortunately, I probably can't make use of my Showdown's last ability, but yeah, now I can definitely see why this card is so good. You have a removal for the Phoenix. Put it on top of my library. That's rude of you. Wow. I see X equals 0. I get it. I get what happened. Okay. So next I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang, I can't untap Mana Vault. Okay, what does this do? Flying, and it can gain Flying, Vigilance, or Lifelink. Okay. Now, probably, I'm just going to activate Restless Vents, discard Sin, 1, 2, 3. And then if I draw a land, I can cast my Phoenix. I do take 1, so that's too bad. So I'll do this. 1, 2, 3, leaving up the Triome. No, I want to do tap, tap, and tap like that. Activate this guy. All right, come on, let's get Reanimate. Or Animate Dead, you know what I mean. Pitch Sin. Let's get, I mean, an on-tap land would be good. Sunset Saboteur is not bad at all. Yeah, I'll just play that. That's perfectly fine. Put a counter on the Vents. So we actually did get to get a counter. That's pretty good. I have a bunch of Menace cards. They do have a Lifelinker. This is, yeah, but I think I'm winning this race. I'm way too exhausted to like properly do math, but okay, I don't think this part matters. So let's decline that. Ooh, Unholy Heat for full effect. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Activate the Vents. Tap, tap, and tap for a red, I guess. Might as well do it that way. What's this? Why can I play it? Why can I play this? I'm sorry. Why do I get to play this? You tap for 1? I'm not floating anything. What am I missing here? 1 and 1? Why am I... Oh, of course. You can cast it from Bestow from your hand. Okay, well... But I can do that from my graveyard as well. So I'm just going to do that for value. Didn't even think about that. Hopefully I didn't like miss out on a bunch of damage or something. But anyways, it's pure value to be discarding that. Oh, that's another card that it's pure value to discard. I also have a Sin in my graveyard. Okay, hey. So Reanimator, this Reanimator deck actually worked quite well. That's so funny because I really didn't think it was very good. So a nice vote of confidence for Reanimator in the Power Cube. I did trophy, right? I just trophied, I think. Or was that 6 wins? Okay, hey, that's a trophy. All right, 7 wins. 7 wins, 1 loss, and the loss was like a really, it was a bad play by me, letting them reanimate my creature, but that was also like a pretty unlikely beat. They just happened to have, like, I played it knowing what card would punish me, and then they just had the card, and that just happens every once in a while. So all in all, this deck worked well. I don't necessarily think it was like the greatest deck I've ever built. I think probably we got some lucky draws, and our opponents had some bad times on mana, but hey, I'm quite happy that this was a trophy. Some mover ups for me. I now understand why Showdown of the Scalds is so good. Shouldn't have passed it in my last video. Love playing with Damnation. Haven't done that since Planar Chaos. Sin was totally sweet. Awesome removal target. It's a great addition to the cube. And Archon of Cruelty totally turned the tides. In one of those games, I absolutely needed it. Also, Liliana of the Veil. I remember this being pretty bad in the last version, but it's a nice little Reanimator piece. And yeah, all of the cheap interaction just did exactly what you would want it to do. And Booster Tutor even was totally sweet. And yeah, I love Mind Twist. Mind Twist plus Mana Vault is like one of my absolute favorite things to do in the cube. So yeah, all in all, a really sweet run. And sorry again for the low production quality and kind of much quieter stream than usual. But I really hope that you enjoyed the draft, that you have tons of fun cubing, and that you don't be afraid to splash. Until the next video. See ya, everyone.